Hi, I'm Marilynn Singleton. I work at Kingston Elementary School in Benton out of Bossier Parish, Louisiana. The thing that I'm most passionate about as an educator is making sure that every child that walks down our hallways, into our classrooms, and within our community is that they feel loved and appreciated and valued. I want kids to understand and know that just because that they struggle doesn't mean that someone doesn't care and isn't on their side. We are here for them, and we are going to find ways to make them become successful and to find confidence. This year I'm teaching 5th grade math. This group is extremely special to me. I taught most of them last year in 4th grade, so I've looped up with them. We came in this year already having a firm foundation and a lot of bonding moments had already happened, and we've continued to build on those, and they just exemplified this year. These kids, watching them from last year into this year and the things that they struggled with and that they are overpowering and conquering and still have not giving up on, and the skills they are mastering is blowing me away. I've enjoyed watching these children with their peers around them are their biggest cheerleaders. They're always standing beside them and encouraging them and promoting them. Today's lesson is out of Eureka Math. It is Module 3. We are at the end of the module, so we are reviewing for our end of module assessment, our formal assessment at the end of this week. We also incorporate ZERM, which is our computer portion. The standards that are covered today are the addition and subtraction fractions. This is something that they learned in 4th grade, so it's easy for me to go back and say, hey, do you remember when we did that? And bring up some activities and skills, and they remember the things that they struggle with and that they understand better this year and have even more confidence that they can remember where they started at. These standards are foundational standards that are going to be used in algebra. I was previously an Algebra 1 and 8th grade math teacher, so I know how important that they are, and I know where children kind of slip through the cracks and then they get to algebra, 8th grade algebra, and they don't know what to do and are stuck and struggle. I'm making sure that I'm building very strong foundational set for them so that this will not occur and the gaps will end. I build my lessons around all the diverse learning styles to ensure impactful and engaging activities. Kinesthetic students are up participating from the movement in the round-up robin and the stand-up, hand-up, pair-up activities. Visual learners are enthusiastic. They have visual modeling and written expressions. They have voiced that they enjoy using dry erase boards and colored paper, so I incorporate this as much as possible. I prepared maximum collaboration for the auditory learners so that they can promote and use their communication skills. Cern on the Chromebook grasps the attention of all the students. As I debrief for a lesson, I always use previous assessments as I'm very data-driven. I use their mid and end of module assessments, their SLTs, previous LEAP data, interim test scores, bell work quizzes, and informal observations to help me focus on where gaps are and where they could be in future lessons. This is also used to plan each child's individualized RTI group for each day, prior to their first core class. All students go to a small group enrichment or remediation group, depending on their performance on current objectives. I want all kids to be excited about the material presented and proud of their dedication to persevering and overcoming rigorous obstacles. This lesson definitely shows my students are achieving excellence, and they will continue to do this in and outside of the classroom as they build the foundation for their future college or career path.
Always clean.
Right, who can tell me what we've been doing in class? Lily?
We have been subtracting improper fractions and adding them?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who can add on to that? That's right. Caitlin?
We've been adding and subtracting unlike units for fractions.
Good. Who can tell me what unlike units means? Braylon?
Common denominators.
Talking about with their common denominators and making them the same. Good. Sanaya?
Unlike units are when two denominators are different.
Very good. All right. We are going to start with an improper fraction, and you are going to see if you can simplify it. You got your boards?
Yes,
Right. Who can give me an example of an improper fraction? Kazan?
5/4.
5/4. See if you can simplify it. Then I want you to see if you can draw a model of 5/4. Very good. See if you did what Braylon did or if you did something different. Good. Can anybody add more to Braylon's picture to make it look better? It's very good, Braylon. I like it. See if you can figure out what Caitlin's doing. Braylon, what is she choosing to do to it?
She is making it 1 whole and 1/4.
Very good. All right. Great job, everybody. The objective is going to be to work within your group, and you're going to solve 3 fraction problems. They're all word problems. 2 of them are constructive response. 1 is multiple choice. Within your group, when you get yours, you may work them separately and then discuss them and figure out what's the best plan of action. After you figure out what you're going to do, you're going to take your slip. This is the pink table. They're going to answer theirs completely and go post it on the correct numbers around the room. After we have done that, then we'll all go through and we'll discuss all the problems. So we have a question? No? You ready?
Yes,
All right, let's get to work and see what you can do.
So that would make a whole, but then it also has 1/5. And it asks how much you have left.
The club gets on
So she
Friday
would,
day.
she has 3/4.
She has 3/4 left. Very good. Very good. Great. But that's good that you were thinking about that. That is true.
The chart below indicates how much of the book Emery student read. Each 3/4 is left.
Don't forget to draw a tape or a model.
And we need to find out how much left she would have after she read 1/5 and 1/4. So we'd probably need to make common denominators.
What you still have left to read after Monday evening? What keywords can you pick out? Left. Good. What is that noting that you're probably going to have to work? Love it. How do we want to start it off? Okay, sure.
Each of the 1/4 now we need to subtract.
All right, y'all did a great job collaborating and working on all the problems, really listening to what your partner had to say and knowing that there's more than one way to work a problem. Now we're going to do another one, but instead of working in 4s, you're going to work in a duo. So we're going to do our stand-up, hand-up, pair-up. So everybody stand, push your chair in. Put your hand up. You may go find a pair. Then you will need to find somewhere to sit in the room.
You're just like,
You have 20 seconds. Get everything you need. Classroom and find your Module 3 review quiz. While you were in this and you were working them, is one person working and clicking?
No.
No, we are working together. If one doesn't understand, you need to be the shoulder partner that helps. If you have a question and you both can't figure it out, I will come assist. You got it?
So 1/3 plus 1/2.
so common denominator of 3 and 2
With 6. So there's that. That would be 3.
So what'd you get for the common multiple of 1/3?
Love that word.
Of 1/3, I got 2 6.
Yes.
Okay. What did you get for the common multiple of 1/2?
3/6.
Same. Okay. Now we need to add those up. We get
I got
5 6.
Yes.
All right.
Next question. I like these two because they organize their work. Like they split part A and part B. And I also like how this one used a variable to explain that that is what you're trying to figure out. And all of them seem to got the same answer on part A.
Was today's activity successful? Why or why not?
Today's activity was successful because it helped us understand fractions better, and we got to work with our groups, and we worked together to figure out the problem.
Where did you stumble at today, and how did you overcome it?
I stumbled on a word problem that I didn't know how to do, and my teammate showed me how to do it, and he drew out lots of examples so I would know how to do it, and he explained to me what I needed to subtract and add, and then I understood it.
Who are we? Okay, it's reflection time. I can definitely say that my students met my objective and even exceeded my expectations today. They were able to collaborate with each other and solve fraction problems. They can do this verbally and through written expression. It was evident in watching them as they walked around and discussed with each other problems that weren't even theirs that someone else had worked. They could fully explain what had happened. They were able to tell you where problems were worked differently, but still explain how both of theirs worked and both answers were correct. They also went through and did a review quizzes as a partner group with each other for 10 groups. They had a 93% accuracy. And then at the end, they went through and, of course, they did their individual-based exit ticket through Google Forms and Google Classroom. This was a time that I feel like that students really understood that they could do this. They had gone through whole group discussions that day. They did group work between 4. They had looked at other groups' work and discussed it. They worked with a shoulder partner. And then they were able to go in with high confidence, knowing that they could power through any questions that were put in front of them, and they fully knew that they could do this. I'm very proud of them. This is going to be shown greater in the week when we take our end of module assessment, and I cannot wait to see the data that comes out of this. When I reflect back, and I always feel like that no matter what lesson I give and how great it is, I'm not done perfecting it. There's always ways to reach children even more than what we've done, and I'm not stopping. One of the first things that I'll do is that I'll sit down and work with my partner teacher and ask him what worked in his classroom for the lesson and what didn't work. What would he like to change? And we'll kind of bounce ideas off each other. And then probably my favorite thing to do is to ask the kids, what did you like? What did you not? What worked? And what ideas do you have that I could try next time? And their ideas usually blow me away and are some of the most engaging activities that I have around in my classroom. Another thing that I would really love to incorporate is a rubric similar to what ELA does, just to kind of give them a guide on how to answer constructive response questions, since I know this is a weakness area within my classroom and really across grade levels. Writing in math is difficult for children. They leave out parts, they're not sure if they're writing enough, and I want them to know that they can do this with a little bit of guidance. So it's definitely something I'm going to incorporate. I'm also going to add in more of, I saw that a lot of them, when prompted, they would use a model, but most of them kind of strayed away from that, and I know that they're going to need that in 6th grade math and in 8th grade math, Algebra 1, and continuing into college math. They need to be able to draw to explain. And I want them to feel confident in that and not lose those skills. So I'm definitely going to push more and give them some more examples of when they need to be using that. After the video ended, students finished their quizzes. They also went through and they did that exit ticket. Students were given a paper-based copy of their study guide so that they could go home and work with their parents. There will be posted an answer key for them will be sent through their parents through our class dojo, and this is something that all the kids love and that everyone works with. When they come back tomorrow, several kids have worked even more problems, so we'll first start with discussing, did anybody work problems differently than our class did, and I'm just really excited to see how everything's going to turn out.